Any second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, angry faithful of all ages, do not attempt to adjust your phones, your computers, laptops, or iPads. And for those of you living in the 20th century, your Fire tablets or whatnot. We have a full crew tonight. I know. I know.
It's been a while.
Yay. It has been. It has been. So before I go into my just absolute rave about this weekend, we're going to turn things over to our esteemed producer, David Dickerman, albeit very briefly, for this week's Weird Sport.
This I found kind of interesting. Let's see here.
Challenge easier by using the stick as a hopper. But would you consider this cheating? This is a unique sport you've probably never seen before. The sport is called Rayar el Palo, where the goal is to reach as far as possible without touching the ground. So, in order to win, you're going to need some crazy strength. However, some contestants try to make the challenge easier by using the stick as a hopper. But would you consider this cheating?
It's not cheating if you figure it out.
It said the objective was to go as far as possible without touching the ground.
Either way, you have to have some freaking strength just to do that.
Exactly.
Right?
So does it specifically state that you can't do that in the rules? No. Don't hate on ingenuity. I'm just
There you go.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
Hey, if you get caught, you ain't
cheating.
trying hard enough.
It's a loophole.
All right. So it was kind of an impromptu thing this weekend. Well, I say impromptu. I got the tickets on Wednesday, but tickets became available for the WBC this past weekend here in Houston. And I really wanted to go, but there was no way I was going to make the Friday game, having gotten off at 6:00 that morning. So I went ahead and shot for the Saturday game. It was a quarterfinal game. And let me tell you, as much as I wanted to see Team USA play and beat the Canadians, Colin will attest to this because he went with me. We picked the right game to go to. It was Italy versus Puerto Rico. And, part of the reason why I wanted to go to the WBC was, just to experience other baseball cultures, right?
Yeah.
The Italian fans, of course they cheered, but for the most part, they would do this little thing, right?
Yeah.
It's the team would do something good and you see them like, yeah.
Yeah.
But the Puerto Ricans, man, I mean, these people showed up to party, right? I mean, there's an entire section of just instruments, trumpets, drums, freaking noisemakers, some guys that, you could tell that these were like homemade because it looked like a cheese grater that had been rolled into a cylinder. And he had like nails, like 5-penny nails in his other hand. And he was kind of like treating it like a washboard,
Yeah.
And it was making a very distinctive sound. And it was just amazing. And they were, anytime that there was a strike thrown, they were cheering. Every time, a routine out was made, they were cheering. It just, when, the leadoff hitter of the game, four pitches into the game, on the fourth pitch of the game, their leadoff hitter for the Puerto Ricans hit a home run. You thought Daikin Park was going to just crumble, right? It got loud, right? You know how your smartwatch will tell you that you're in a loud environment. Like several points during the course of the game, it would remind me that the noise had peaked over 90 decibels. But the Italians won the game 8-6, and it was a nail biter. It came right down to the top of the ninth, and
the Puerto Ricans lost, and they were still partying.
Oh yeah, the Puerto Ricans lost, but they were still partying, right? They were giving props to their team. Dude, there was some legends in the building, right? Yadier Molina, Hall of Fame, future Hall of Fame catcher from the St. Louis Cardinals, right? He's the manager of the Puerto Rican team, right? And I'm telling you, dude, it was. Hey, what's up, girly?
Hey,
It was an absolute party. I mean, people were stopping after the game. People are trying to file out of the stadium, but like Puerto Rico fans were stopping in the middle of everything and just started playing instruments and they started dancing and they were singing. And dude, it was such a
I
cool
still
environment to be in. Like I have made I promised right then and there. I'm like, WBC comes back to Houston in 3 years for full play. I'm going, definitely. We are going to those games.
did you see the motivational stuff for each team?
I don't, dude. I've been.
Well,
No, I haven't.
well, okay. The Italians, they drink espresso.
Oh no. Okay, so you're talking about like dugout celebrations? Yeah.
Well,
No.
To get ready.
No, that's not motivational stuff, dude. They do a good thing, like they hit a home run, or they pull off a double play, or they pitch themselves out of a jam. The player responsible for that particular play goes into the dugout, slams a shot of espresso. It's a celebration.
Okay. Now, have you seen Team USA stuff?
No.
Basically, to get motivated to play ball, they had Rob O'Neill come in and talk how he shot Ben Laden. That's like that's literally like when you're in like little league and back in the day, your grandfather wants to motivate you, so he tells you the story of how he like pretty much firebombed the whole freaking cave of Japanese soldiers.
Okay. Yeah, I get it.
Head the entire day and went over it, and it still didn't work.
But and then last night's game was between Dominican Republic and the U.S. This was a semifinal game for a trip to the final, which is tomorrow night. The amount of talent on that field was legendary. I mean, we're talking about up and down the lineups for both teams. You take those lineups and you put them on any other in any of the Major League Baseball clubs, right? You put them up against their rosters, and we're talking meat of the order hitters up and down 1 through 9.
Well, yeah, it's Dominican Republic.
No, I was talking about the U.S. as well.
Oh yeah, U.S.
right,
too.
but with the Dominicans specifically, I mean, dude, there was
a lot of people were upset about that USA last call with.
You know what? Here's. As of right now, the WBC does not have the ABS system. Okay. If they want the ABS system, then the teams that feel like they were cheated because of the lack of it need to properly petition Major League Baseball, who hosts the WBC, to put that system into play. Because honestly, the way that I see it, that last call, that strike 3 call, it wouldn't have mattered. It really wouldn't have mattered. Okay. Because the next pitch, I will guarantee you, was coming up and in. And Juan Soto, dude, he goes for that every fucking time. So, no. Look, you can piss and moan and gripe and complain. Just be grateful that you got to represent your country. Be happy and thankful that and proud that you played in probably one of the most important games that will ever have been played in this tournament. Because I mean, you're talking about the Dominican Republic team that came in. They had up to that point, coming into last night, they had scored 51 runs. They were the most prolific and explosive offense in the tournament. Okay. They were held to 1 run last night because the one thing that was just kind of a glaring, like, hey, this is going to happen kind of a thing. The Dominicans during their journey to that semifinal game, yeah, they're putting up all these runs and they hit counting last night 15 home runs. Okay, during the overall in the tournament. They had not faced high velocity pitching until last night. They were facing teams that had pitchers that were coming out pumping anywhere from mid 70s to maybe 90, 91. They didn't have anybody like Paul Skeens coming out there throwing 98 to 99 miles an hour. They definitely weren't facing a closer last night in the form of Miller that were pumping 102 mile an hour four-seam fastballs across the plate. And it was evident because with the exception of one of the Dominican hitters in the top of the ninth, they could not catch up with it. And the one hitter that did, he was tardy because he was fouling them off.
And not to mention what Aaron Judge did.
Well, yeah, I mean, with that and the defense that the Dominicans faced last night was unbelievable. I mean, we're talking Bobby Witt Jr., we're talking Aaron Judge, and you got Gunnar Henderson, doing what he did, at the plate, followed up 2 batters later by Boston's Roman Anthony. I mean, come on. I mean, it was a low-scoring game, but it was a defensive gem for both teams. Because both teams, you just had a feeling they both had opportunities to score and really break the game wide open. But the defense came to play, and so did the pitching. Last night, the United States struck out 15 times. Out of what is it, the 24 outs that the U.S. recorded last night because they didn't have to play the bottom of the ninth, 15 of their outs came via the strikeout. Their batting averages took a dip last night, but pitching and defense bailed them out. That was one of the greatest games ever to be played. And I mean, you're talking about that kind of an atmosphere in March.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear a lot of the a lot of the announcers, a lot of the commentators, a lot of the pundits that were like, this is on par with Game 7 of the World Series. I would beg to differ. I would say that this was actually more important because there's a lot of national pride on the line. There's a lot of bragging rights, and it's a tournament, right? I mean, this is the kind of thing that you get put into this situation, where you dream of putting on your country's uniform and playing a sport and standing there on the field, hearing the crowd chant USA, USA. You're surrounded by your countrymen. I mean, last night it was decided. I mean, the U.S. was the home team, but it was decidedly a home game for the Dominican Republic because they had that many fans in the stands there at Lone Depot Park in Miami. Okay. And it was the same way at Dyken Park on Saturday. Italy was the home team. Italy was definitely the home team. They were the home team. But there were a lot of Puerto Rican fans in the stands, and you would swear that it was a home game for the Puerto Ricans. So I mean, it's just the intensity is ratcheted up because I mean these games are meaningful, and Bud Selig, before he left office as the commissioner of baseball, one of the things that he did right was creating the WBC. And I'm telling you, man, it's the fact that you've got. You got these situations where, you've got journeymen able to suit up and play right alongside Major League Baseball players and show that they've got something in the tank.
Yeah.
You've got a career professional licensed electrician from the Czech Republic out there throwing 4.5 scoreless innings against Japan.
Here's another thing that I forgot to mention it last week because I forgot to go to my notes. Czech Republic did some good showmanship last week and we can say it here, since Thailand couldn't fly their flag because China, the Czechs flown the flag
East Taiwan.
Was it East Taiwan? Don't do this to me.
This is why you got. This is why you got to read your notes, guy. But
Dude, China is East Taiwan. That's the joke.
Oh, okay.
Like
Anyway.
Canada is West Alaska.
or North Montana.
That too.
Yeah.
It
But
depends on what part of the two-cat you're looking at.
the Czechs flew the flag for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just showmanship. Now, another question I have to ask on this: how many sportsmanship? How many players that play in the War Baseball Classic have actually been signed to MLB?
A
teams?
majority of them.
M-
Really, a majority of them. Now, the ones that do get to play in the WBC, they have to get insurance waivers in case they get hurt. It protects their clubs from financial loss because that player is no longer on the roster, right? Until they're better.
Okay.
Okay. That's why we see like Mike Trout. He wasn't on the roster for Team USA this year because he couldn't get the insurance waiver for his contract. Jose Altuve couldn't play for the Venezuelans because, again, the same reason. And you got a lot of guys that their teams are out of it now, right? Like Team Mexico, Jaron Duran from the Boston Red Sox. He reported back to spring training today, and I mean he was gracious about it, right? They were asking him about Garrett Whitlock and Roman Anthony today, and they're like, "Hey, look, those guys are studs." To see what they're doing. I mean, it's good things for our club here, and it brings a lot of national pride, and yeah. So, now in the case of like the Dominican Republic last night, their catcher Austin Wells, American born, he's a catcher for the New York Yankees. He played for the Dominican team because his mom was Dominican by birth. So, man, and really, he helped the Dominican team out a lot because at catcher, they were really thin on talent. So, but if you ever, and I mean ever, have the opportunity to go to a World Baseball Classic game, do it. Absolutely do it. It is one of the best experiences as far as baseball is concerned that I have ever had. And just to be able to experience another baseball culture, right? I knew that I was in for a party, but like the Puerto Rican fans came, they brought it, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, we're standing there. I mean, we came down all the way to the 100 level, and we stood behind the Crawford boxes there in left field for a majority of the game. And I mean, the Puerto Rican fans, I mean, they're sitting there cheering. They're like, "Hey, oh, hey, oh, hey, oh," I mean, they're getting into it, right? And when that final out happened, I mean, yeah, they took it on the chin and they were upset for a second, but then just like they were looking around, and me, I had no horse in the race at all, right? I mean, I'm there just as a fan of the game. I was like, dude, that was a hell of a game, and I mean, they immediately perked up and they were like, "Yeah, man, that was a great game, dude." I mean, everybody's shaking hands. You see Puerto Rican fans hugging each other on the way out, stopping, dancing, playing music, singing. It was such a cool atmosphere to be a part of. And just to be able to watch all of that unfold, man, I'm telling you, definitely going to go again the next time, that the tournament happens in 3 years. So I'm down.
Okay, I'm looking at the for the games and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So right now it's Venezuela and Italy.
Yeah,
and
they're playing the other quarterfinal or the other semifinal right now. It's top of the fourth. It's 2-1 Italy right now.
Okay. And they have to go up against USA, and that's it.
Yeah, tomorrow night's the final.
Mhm.
USA is just waiting to see on who they're going to play. That game's going to be at 7:00 Central Time.
Hopefully it's not Italy. Italy's the one that actually beat them.
No, no, I want Italy.
You just want the
I want Italy because I want to beat Italy.
you want the payback.
Yeah, I mean, you talk to a lot of guys on the American squad, and they'll tell you we want to play Italy. There's no disrespect against the Venezuelans because they're just as talented of a club, but Italy beat us. That's why we want Italy.
Okay, I could see that.
But I mean, I'm telling you, dude. We even got to see a fan interference call, which I think has never happened in the history of the WBC.
What do you mean? Oh,
Italy had the bases loaded, and I forget who it was that came up to bat, just absolutely jacked this, that just hit a rope, and it looked like it was going to go out. And then about 3/4 of the way, it started to drop a little bit. It was going to get over the head of the Puerto Rican outfielder, and it was easy going to be a double, right? At the very least, it was going to be a bases clearing double. And then as it approached the wall, you see this fan reach and their glove goes below the yellow line and they snag it right there at the yellow line.
oh shit!
Immediately, the Puerto Rican player points up in the stands. And so everybody stops, they do the review and they were like, okay, fan interference. It's a double. 2 runs will score. Field on, call on the field stands. Right. I mean, because it was not called a grand slam on the field. It was called a ground rule double. But by
And the fan doesn't get in trouble.
Well, under normal circumstances.
Well, under normal circumstances.
Yeah, under normal circumstances, they would be escorted out of the park. They'd be told to leave. But to my knowledge, I don't believe that security went down and asked that fan to leave.
Because I was looking over for a while and
Yeah, and so it actually did Puerto Rico a favor because it saved at least 1 run. Because had the outfielder had to play that off of the carom, 3 runs would have scored on that double. But dude, I mean, such a I can't say enough about that experience because I was like, man, this
basically.
Yeah, I mean, you know how I am. Like, if I go once I'm through the turnstiles, don't fucking bother me for the 3 hours that I'm there. I don't care if the zombie apocalypse is breaking out in real life outside in the parking lot. I'm a kid and I'm watching baseball. Do not fucking call me, right? Dude, it just going to a WBC game has been on the bucket list for a while since they created the tournament. And, this was really the first opportunity that I've had to go. And, it just happened to line up with a, spring break. I've got my boys. So I took Colin, I took Jake, I took Sam, and, of course, Reagan and Trace, they wanted to hang out here at the house. They didn't want to go anywhere. And I'm like, okay, fine. It's whatever. So got 4 tickets off vettix.org. Thanks for coming through on that. I mean, $16 and like some change for the 4 seats. Yeah, I'm not going to shake a stick at that at all. And let me tell you, it was worth every penny. Even if I had to pay full price for each of the tickets, I would have done it 10 times over because those seats, I mean, that game was so fun to be at. So I mean, the only thing that the only complaint that I have is that Daikin Park did not keep Team USA gear in stock.
That's what it was. A lot of people was talking about the problems.
I mean, Team USA stuff was in short supply, and the only thing that was left was the fitted hats, right? And they were asking $60 a hat.
The prices there that day, oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. Prices are going up everywhere. Inflation's killing a guy, right?
Yeah,
$200 for a jersey. I'm sorry.
No, it was $220. That's how much.
Well, for the authentic jerseys, it was $220. For the replicas, it was $200. So I'm like,
I felt that in my pocketbook.
yeah. But I will say this: Nike and Fanatics stepped up this year for Team Great Britain.
Dude.
Their letters and numbers were actually stitched on this year, as opposed to fielding an order from Etsy and having that shit fucking ironed on.
There was this guy.
But was
game.
Was it in Farsi?
No.
Okay.
Well, I say
Yeah.
Etsy.
Next time, maybe.
Yeah.
No, he's talking about the fall of Great Britain.
Yeah.
The-
Well, see, because in the last tournament, the one that was in 23, Great Britain, I mean, It looked like they got their uniforms off of Temu, right? Like letters were falling off of the front of their jersey.
Oh yeah, that's right. We were talking
Yeah.
about that.
And,
Now, Colin, he, Colin was. I don't want to say that you were subjected to it, but he was witness to an incident at the ballpark. Colin, you want to go ahead and? I mean, you were there.
oh my, that was so
Was it?
funny.
Was it
that was
the?
No, go ahead, Colin.
Go ahead.
oh my. Okay, that was so funny. That wasn't even what I was gonna talk about. I was gonna bring up the guy who had that really cool Red Sox.
Oh yeah,
Like,
the Puerto Rican Red Sox jersey. Yeah.
No, it wasn't Puerto Rican. It was an
Yeah, it was.
American. No, it was American. It had the American flag
Oh.
on the shirt. And
Oh
it
yeah, it
had,
looked like a softball jersey.
I thought it was really cool because it was like the
Yeah.
American flag with the Red Sox, like with the
He had a Puerto
Oh.
Rico hat. That's what
yeah.
that's what jacked me up. But
I was like, that was a cool shirt. And then there's two other guys with they had like you remember you went up to him and you're like, dude, y'all's
oh yeah, okay. So you see like the classic baseball movies, right? You know, where the guys have got like the straw campaign hats, right? And they're in suits and ties, and they got like or suits and bow ties, and you know, like the old turn of the century horsehide gloves that are just barely big enough to fit on your hand, let alone catch a baseball, right?
Yeah.
There were two dudes in full turn of the century outfits at the game. And they had era accurate gloves. And dude, I dug the hell out of that. I went up to him. I was like, dude, I dig the shit out of y'all's clothes, man. Like that is fucking cool.
But
And I mean,
So-
the dude even had like the mustache that was turned up.
Oh really?
Dude, it was so cool. I
but
was like,
about the guy. So when we got there, me, Jake, and Sam had to use the restroom. All the urinals were filled. Like Jake and Sam got to the urinals, and then all the rest of them were filled, and there was a stall open. So I went to the stall,
Yeah.
and I get out of the stall. I go to wash my hands, and Jake comes up to me. He was like, "Dude, you see that guy in the gray shirt?" And I look over, and I'm like, "Yeah." He was standing right between me and Sam. He was jerking off right at the urinal.
he was rubbing one out at the urinal.
Like Jake.
It was. So it was. What is with us going into sporting events and some sexuality happens there?
This guy and Jake was like, I was so scared. I didn't know what to
What
do.
is he watching?
No.
Out of the
He didn't.
hold on. According to the account that I received,
Okay.
it was a peripheral vision thing, and you could see the guy's arm.
He could see the guy's arm, you know.
Yeah, because you know how jerking off has a very specific motion. Yeah.
Okay.
So apparently
and-
that's what was occurring at the urinal.
And I would like okay, after like memorizing, like thinking about what the guy looked like after like later in the game, because Jake went to the bathroom again.
Is that what you guys were talking about when that dude was on the jumbotron?
No.
Okay.
No, we were pointing at because that guy had like some really funny hair.
Yeah.
Like he was like, you know, dark complexion, but like with really blonde hair. It looked like
Yeah.
a wig. But the dude, after like thinking about it, bro, he kind of looked like Epstein. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay.
So
Oh man. Well, I mean, it's par for the course, I guess, because I mean, the three of us, you know, me and Chris, David, we're all in the files because you know our Life Touch school photos were looked at. So I take solace from the fact that I'm just ugly enough to where Epstein didn't want me.
Or
You're
you
just
didn't hit your peak
yeah.
and then run into him at the same time.
Okay. You know what?
It's possible. I'm just saying, could have been.
Yeah, I
Because
mean,
you never know if you would come across, that path.
yeah, that's right. I didn't peak until after high school, so yeah.
No pun
okay.
intended. Yeah,
Yeah.
so you were way too old by then.
It just reminds me of that joke that someone told me that don't you hate it when you walk past the priest and they they don't even look at you like you when you were 9.
Ooh.
I
Oh,
showed
man.
dad. I showed dad the weird sport from last week,
Oh yeah.
and that was
I mean, I couldn't. I couldn't not laugh.
and then Chris, and then I showed him when Chris said the thing he said about the 45%. And
I mean, I was trying to eat because I had just woken up. I damn near choked on what I was eating.
Oh
I'm just
man, I
like,
need to go back
whoa.
and watch that again. That was fun.
Like,
That was good times.
I mean, that's almost. I mean, that's up there with the partial arts comments.
Yes.
So
Oh man! All right, so we do have some football news because it's gonna be a short episode tonight. But
I have one thing though
Yeah, go
before
ahead.
we switch over to the different topics. We're gonna talk about hockey again.
Oh, yeah, I was
And-
gonna get there. I was gonna
Oh.
get there after football, but you brought it up. So this is the news. If you're going where I think you're going, the triple crown of hockey has been achieved by Team USA. The women, the men, and the Paralympians all beat Canada for gold medals.
Good Lord, did Canada not have this? Was not Canada's year at all.
wait.
And that's
what's
I'm not
even
even
funnier,
talking about
did
the
you say-
elections.
Did you say Paralympians?
Paralympics.
Paralympians,
Canada couldn't even beat us at their own sport with freaking no legs.
like paraplegic, like
I
Yeah.
just
Having no legs.
I
How
just
does
love
that work?
I love that
they sit on sleds.
Yeah, yeah.
the
like-
stars align.
Oh, so they just
I
kind of like they go. and it's
Yeah,
like,
literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
I
Yeah.
just love that the stars
Ah.
aligned, that we were actually put in a position to be able to play Canada for a championship all 3 times.
And in
And
the
just
U.S. in the
whip their ass.
quarterfinal game of the WBC, Team USA played Canada. Right?
Yep.
You cannot make this up. Canada came out in their for warm-ups wearing Canadian Olympic hockey sweaters.
This is
And
where-
then promptly got beaten by like the redheaded stepchildren of a rented mule.
well,
They got beat 5-2.
it's what happens when you freaking boo the national anthem.
I'm just like sitting there going,
Yep. They shouldn't have
Bam.
been in Atlanta. That's
Like
all
the
I'm
animal,
saying.
we don't forget.
I mean, oh, I mean that's as close as we need to get this century to an American Civil War, is when we beat up on the 51st state. So,
We'll find more on that in May.
freaking snow Mexico.
Mexico. Oh, I love that. I love that for them. That's awesome.
Yeah.
They're what, second or third largest landmass country in the entire world, and they have a housing crisis because
Yeah.
they're only living on 5% of their landmass.
Yeah. All right. So football news. The Jets trade their quarterback Justin Fields to the Chiefs for a 2027 6th round pick.
That was real?
Yeah, that was real.
I thought it was fake.
Yeah, Justin
Who?
Fields is no longer going to be a starting quarterback. He is going to be a backup to Patrick Mahomes in Kansas City. Oh, we're going to get dinged for that. I apologize now.
We're not monetized.
No, don't apologize.
Eh.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, apologize
No,
to the.
I'm apologizing to us in the room.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say apologize.
Yeah, not to him.
Like,
Fuck that.
apologize to the people who were offended.
Yeah,
Fuck
no.
Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean, to borrow
Hey.
a line from Jake Barr, get fucked and stay fucked. I'm just saying, putting it out
Don't tell Chris Collinsworth that, or he actually will.
Ooh,
there.
yeah.
Well, that cunt can get fucked too. So whatever. And I love the word cunt. Right? I think we need to bring it back. I think we need to make it normal.
Oh
in
my
our country.
We need to
oh my
normalize it
God.
here in the States.
That
Come
that
on. Australia cannot be the only ones that get to use that.
Dude,
in
I
casual
got
conversation.
angry. I got angry with you when that woman.
Yes. Okay. So we're
oh my
leaving Diakin
God.
Park, right? We're in the car trying to pull out into traffic, and I'm gonna stick my nose in there, right? This woman in a Lexus honks her horn, looks at me, and wags her fucking finger, right?
Nope.
And then she pulls up to like 6 inches to the bumper in front of her, right?
Oh,
I'm just like,
this lady.
her
is
window,
like,
her window was down, and I'm like, "You're not that fucking hot, you stupid cunt!" Right? And I'm yelling that shit, and I know she fucking heard me because the guy that was in her passenger seat, his seat was laid all the way back. Colin, you didn't see this because you didn't have the angle, but he was laid back like this. This is all I saw. He was looking down the road like this, and he was like, and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna fucking die later." But
Yeah.
like
You know, he was done with her shit by that time.
like she was literally like she was inches, like centimeters away from the car in front of her,
yeah. So I mean,
and she kept having to like brake check every time that they would move because she was trying to take off.
Listen, she's not going to wait there 1 second longer than she has to. And she will kill whoever she has to make that happen.
Puerto Rican, man, I believe it. So, but yeah, they got rid of Justin Fields shortly after they acquired Geno Smith, which is funny because Geno Smith was drafted by the Jets. He's now a New York Jet again. Geno Smith is probably hating fucking life right now.
No, he's probably you could probably see him as that what do you call it? No, the Ben Affleck photo.
Oh yeah, he's like, yeah, but no, I was just seriously, I saw that come across the wire, and I'm like, no fucking way. Okay, all right. So the Falcons, you know, the Dirty Birds, they are not without drama. Offensive tackle Elijah Wilkinson, he was traded. I was going to ask you to bring her over here, but no, she's naked baby right now. I can't do that. So offensive tackle, because if I'm on the show and it's time for my niece to go get bathed and get put into bed, you know, usually she'll make a cameo, right?
Yeah.
Nay, not tonight.
Hell,
But
definitely.
offensive tackle Elijah Wilkinson, he was traded from the Falcons, and well, he didn't get traded. I'm sorry, he's assigned as a free agent with the Arizona Cardinals last week. Okay, so he got into a social media battle apparently with fans of the Atlanta Falcons. He has since deleted these comments, but
Is he fired yet?
No, because he plays for another team. But he said, quote, "Good luck with that clown show over there." Okay. I mean, because the Atlanta Falcons are just a straight up dumpster fire right now. I mean, they go out and they get, I'm going to try to pronounce this name, Tua Tagovailoa. Tua. Yeah, I'm never going to be able to pronounce that dude's last name.
Hawk Tua.
Yes, we're going to call him Hawk Tua, which is funny because he plays for the Atlanta Hawks.
Exactly.
Or Atlanta Falcons. Yeah. And speaking of the Hawk Tua girl, did you see that she has she's one bad day away from actually opening up that page that she said she'd never open.
Yep. Well,
Yeah, it's a thirst page, is what it is. It's not a spicy page. It's just a thirsty page.
You see
Still,
Bonnie Blue is
we all knew
pregnant?
it was coming. Everybody knew it was coming.
Yeah, I mean, her 15 minutes are just about up, and she's trying to figure out a way to extend it. It's kind
hear
of
me?
funny.
Oh,
No, what'd
she's
you
at
say?
like 20. She's
You hear
at
that
like
Bonnie
25
Blue is
minutes now.
pregnant?
Oh yeah, Bonnie Blue is pregnant, and it's going to be the shortest.
They're on a witch hunt to try to find who the father is because they're doing DNA tests.
Yeah, good luck with that. But that is going to be
That's
the
going to tie up an
shortest,
entire lab for like a year.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, and they got SA kits they got to process. I mean, come on. I mean, this is about proper allocation of resources here.
Right.
So, that is going to be the shortest labor and delivery in the history of mankind.
Kid's just going to walk out.
I mean,
Upright completely. He's just gonna saunter out like
He's gonna-
Colin McGregor entering the fucking cage. That's how he's
Yeah,
gonna
he's-
walk out.
yeah. I mean,
God,
yeah,
the
imagine
fuck
the
is
world's
this?
imagine the world's tallest water slide, and you put and you get an Olymp or an Olympian, what is it, skeleton or luge, rider, go down. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be that fast. There's going to be a rooster tail. I mean, just think about like the
For
think
that
about the
kid's
hydro
sake-
boats, right? Those jet powered boats that race. Like the big rooster tails they kick up. That's
Yeah.
going to be the placenta in the wake of this kid leaving.
For that kid's sake, I hope she gives it up for adoption.
Well, I mean, the kid's going to be challenged anyway because, I mean, just think about the amount of dents that kid's going to have in his forehead.
Dude, it's not even that. It's not even that, dude. I just like, that kid would get bullied so hard.
Like, oh,
Like-
where's your mom? My
Well, at
mom's
least-
Bonnie Blue.
At least my mom's not on the cover of Crack Hard magazine.
Here you guys. I'm taking that back, and I'm going home.
Oh shit, your mom is on the cover of Crack Hard magazine.
Have you seen that interview? Have you seen the interview with the guy in the suit and like he has like really like messy black hair and like the entire time he's just calling her like a whore over and over again. And then even like at one point through the interview, this guy in a hazmat suit like comes over and puts like a thing of glass in between them because he's like, I don't even want to breathe the same air as you. Like I don't, and he keeps calling her a whore through the screen of glass, and it's the funniest. And like she goes to get like grab something grab something off the like set, the camera has to move. She walks up to the camera guy. She gets down and she opens her mouth, and the guy like steps back and he's like, "Oh."
Like it's a hand grenade dipped in AIDS.
I'm like, man, if there was ever a person on the face of this planet that made Jenny from Forrest Gump look good,
Mm.
Oh,
Mm.
that's pretty bad.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but anyway, so there was a NASCAR race over the weekend.
It was.
So, I'm okay with Denny Hamlin winning this race. I got career victory number 61. It was at the track that he got his last victory at. It's very, a very emotional win for him. I mean, his kids were there. They celebrated. I mean, the win. Obviously, the glaring absence was his dad not being able to see it. I mean, Denny Hamlin. Yeah, I know that I've had my words about him in the past, but I mean, the guy's a proven winner. Yeah, I mean, is it fun to root against him? Yeah, it is. But at the same time, I was happy to see him get this win, even though I wanted a Hendrick driver to get it, and Chase Elliott came pretty damn close. He was closing the gap, but I'm okay with the way that the race turned out. Let me see here as soon as I can get my blazing fast AT&T fiber optic internet to load here. Denny Hamlin got the fastest lap of the race. So not only did he win, he got the bonus championship point. His fast lap was at 29.45 seconds. He led for 134 laps on the day, scored a total of 70 points on the afternoon, and his win margin was 0.502 seconds. So, which is saying something because Chase Elliott, who finished second, at one point had a deficit of 1.8 seconds. So, in the matter of probably about 15 laps, Chase Elliott cut it down to just over half a second, which is impressive. So, I don't know. But Chase Elliott was your second place driver. William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Ty Gibbs round out your top five. That is 3 Gibbs drivers and 2 Hendrick drivers filling out the top 5. So it's going to be a dogfight, I think, between these two teams for the rest of the season, and I'm here for the chaos. But Chris Buescher is number 6, Kyle Larson 7th, Chase Briscoe, Bubba Wallace, Brett Keselowski, your top 10. Ryan Preece in 11th, Austin Dillon, Tyler Reddick, Zane Smith, Joey Logano is the 15th place driver. Ryan Blaney, last week's winner, comes home 16th. Ross Chastain, Daniel Suarez, Austin Cindric, Eric Jones, your top 20. 21 through 36, John Hunter Nemechek, Carson Hocevar, Riley Herbst, AJ Allmendinger, Justin Allgaier filling in for Alex Bowman, who is still out on medical. I mean, the issue that he's suffering from is vertigo.
Ooh.
So, yeah, which it's not good to deal with when you're on, on solid ground. But you're driving a race car 180 miles an hour and inches off of your competitor and the wall. It's not a good thing to have.
Yeah.
Michael McDowell, Cole Custer, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Noah Gregson, Josh Berry, Connor Zillich, Ty Dillon, Todd Gilliland. Those two are not allowed to finish next to each other anymore. Cody Ware and Shane Van Gisbergen. What was kind of cool about this race is that we did not have anybody fall out of the race. Nobody finished the day with a DNF. All 36 cars that started the race finished the race. Were they on the lead lap? No, absolutely not. But they're the Shane Van Gisbergen was the lowest finisher. I mean, he was 5 laps down. So, but I'm like, okay, cool. So, but all 36 cars started and finished the race on Sunday. I mean, you almost never see that anymore. So that's a good thing to see. Toyota's not doing us any favor by continuing to win these races at the beginning of the year. The black helicopter people are still hovering overhead, trying to tell us that, this is part of the settlement that NASCAR had. So, I don't know, maybe Chevy, maybe Ford, and they need to, I don't know, step it up, fucking win a race or two. But next weekend, Sunday, March 22nd at 2:00 Central Time, the Goodyear 400 at Darlington Raceway. That will take place in Darlington, South Carolina. It is a 293 lap affair for 400.24 miles. That race will be on FS1, MRN, which is the Motor Racing Network, the voice of NASCAR, or SiriusXM channel 90 on your SiriusXM radio or app, or your driver feeds again on HBO Max. So that is going to be cool. We are 3, 4, 5 races into the season. Still too early with the points format that they went to. When they went back to the chase format, where everything is points based. It's not win based. It's too early to say who's not going to make the playoffs. I mean, obviously, there's going to be some people that you're like, you're not going to make the playoffs. You're not going to make the playoffs. But it's going to be. I'm excited to see how this season plays out, because you got some guys that they've grown up in the playoff format where you win and you're in, right? Where now, they're having to do it really old school, and they're gonna have to actually figure out how to do points racing. So it's going to be fun to watch. I do think that a lot of these guys are going to adapt rather quickly. I mean, they are professionals, and this is what they do, for a living. So, improvise, adapt, or get the hell out of the way, kind of a thing. So, it's going to be a fun season to watch. Again, next weekend is Darlington, and then we get our first short track race of the year at Martinsville Speedway. The Cookout 400, that's going to be on the 29th. And then we're going to go to Bristol. So, I mean, 3 tracks, boom, boom, boom. Darlington, Martinsville, Bristol. I mean, that's a hell of a lineup for the next 3 weeks. So, things of note.
I have one last thing.
Yeah, what's up?
This and I'll share this with with everybody. It just came up on my XV while I was checking to see if there's going to be any news before we head off in the ether. Caden Besley was born in China without any legs. He was abandoned in China. One child policy left countless disabled babies discarded because they were seen as a burden. An American family adopted him. At 19, he just helped Team USA win the Paralympic golds in hockey.
Yep, that is right. That last statement on that tweet right there. God can use anyone. That is absolutely 100% right there. God,
But
Dave, I forgot what the hell I was going to say now. You're just going to throw. Guys, next month, our Colin right here turned 17. His birthday is in about 3 weeks. Yeah. So there is that.
One more, you have to try to get this.
Yeah, one more, and he's actually got to start paying his subscription every year so he can live.
Yeah.
So,
But he has to go into the draft.
Yeah, your free trial is done.
they are instituting a piece of legislation that is going to automatically register
Thank
American.
God, I had to go to my dad took me to the post.
I never
Dude,
signed
okay.
up for the draft.
I know we don't like politics is not the thing we talk about in this. But did y'all see the thing that Trump's trying to do where if you make like below a certain amount, you don't get taxed for like your income?
Yeah. We'll see what happens. I mean,
please.
Well, if you do,
please,
Colin,
dude.
Colin,
What?
oh, that's funny.
you're still a student.
Yeah.
If you say you're a student, you get all your tax return back.
No.
Yeah, we're gonna put a pin in that.
Okay, yeah.
Because otherwise, we're gonna be here for another 20 minutes, and I don't.
Yeah,
want
and we already said we're only going to do like 45 minutes on this.
Yeah,
one.
we've gone over that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for those of you who care, he wears size Gundam. He also wears size PS5. Just kind of putting that out there. And manga, specifically, what is the Chainsaw Man that you're reading right now?
Yeah, I went to Books A Million today and they didn't have volume 14, which made me sad.
So, I'm just kind of putting that out there. So for people that are in the audience or people in our panel, Chainsaw Man volume number 14. That would be a power move. Just kind of saying.
I don't
As
really
his dad, I am definitely going to come through and find something very cool for him for his birthday. So, especially now because I'm employed and I can, afford to do stuff like that. So
Just to clarify, nobody has to get me anything.
oh no, and we're not saying that it's required.
No, McKenna. Oh my god.
See, what's funny? What's funny is that he pays for everything, right? And she doesn't like that. They have a competition to see who can tap their card first.
Nice.
Last night, so we went to my We went to a store. We went to where I work, where we both work, and and like I was fighting with like one of the people that we work with was watching us fight over trying to tap their card.
Just scream, and whenever that happens, just look at her. I was like, oh, look, a distraction. Most people actually, you might find it funny. You're like, oh, nobody falls for that. Lots of people fall for that.
Sammy actually fell for that recently. So, Dad, you know the thing I do where like I go up behind him and taser him, like in the sides. We were at Didi and Pop's house. Sammy and Fat so we were in the living room, and he was like, "It's so weird. It's not seeing the light on and the TV on and somebody sitting, like at least like two people sitting in here." I'm like, "What are you talking about? The TV's on." And I pointed at it. He knew it wasn't on. He turns around, looks up at the TV, and I taser him.
Yeah.
And he got it.
I thought we were closing down this.
We are.
All right, one last thing. I beat Ari 5 times over the break.
Nice. Anyways,
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our failed attempt at trying to close things down at the 45-minute mark. You've become privy to our inefficiency at closing the deal. It's amazing that any of us have breeded. I'm just kind of putting that out there. But nonetheless, you're here and you keep coming back, so we must be doing something right. So be back here next week, same bat time, same bat channel, for episode 256 of Nerd Sports. I'm Johnny Skelton.
I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Chris Mountain Man Jacka.
I'm Colin Skelton.
And as we turn on the